Day 23, brought to you by Spicy Mango Comics. Shout out Drazy for this fucking amazing crew neck. Very, very early 2000s, very hype. Someone in the Bronx loves you very much. I love this shit. Let's go. Let's get into it. Day 23. The Being is a 1983 independent horror film which came out exactly a year after John Carpenter's The Thing, and I'm not trying to start any conspiracies here, but that's one hell of a coincidence, I tell you what. And I haven't covered a lot of older horror because I've pretty much seen everything from the grindhouse era of the 70s all the way down to the gore porn renaissance of the early 2000s. So it's hard to find any older stuff that I haven't already seen or owned. But I stumbled across The Being on Prime Video and decided to give it a whirl. It looked like your typical 80s monster movie, and after Crawlers, which had just paid homage to this exact kind of film, and Gonjam Haunted Asylum scared the living shit out of me, I thought it appropriate to watch some mindless 80s horror monster movie magic. The Being is truly a product of its time. It's like looking into a kaleidoscope of 80s culture with this film. The dialogue is super inorganic, the delivery is stiff as a board, there's boobs for no reason, there's women attached to those boobs being brutalized for no reason, the audio is fucking horrendous, and the whole shit is grainier than a fucking bowl of farina, but that's what makes these films, you know? You don't watch an 80s horror movie for its like deep social subtext or challenging themes or whatever. And while those do exist, you watch this particular kind of film because it's dated as fuck and you want the defining experience of a seminal decade. Anyway, this is definitely a Thing clone, and where The Thing had some Red Scare, Cold War themes of foreign invaders looking just like us coming to destroy us all, and allegory to the HIV/AIDS epidemic of the 80s, this one takes a different approach with its commentary on the illegal dumping of toxic waste in small town Idaho. And this appears to have been a real fucking problem, like in the late 70s and early 80s apparently. Like the mob dumped a bunch of it in Niagara Falls back in 79 and they know it as the Love Canal tragedy. Italy also paid Nigeria $100 a month to basically store toxic waste all over Koko, Nigeria. This news basically caused public panic and conspiracies were born of it. Not to mention the deadliest nuclear incident in history would occur just 3 years after this film. I don't know, it's pretty fucking wild when you actually like think about it. The film's titular being is literal, living, breathing toxic waste, and it goes around town killing people, and I think it acts as a metaphor for how dangerous illegally dumped toxic waste can be and how it can have detrimental, deadly effects on the small communities that it was often found in. But it's also a commentary on what that kind of panic and uncertainty can do to a person. There's also a whole cover-up involving the mayor and like political posturing, which is all really fucking real, actually. Like, I'm sure not much thought went into this production, though. Like, a lot of horror at the time kind of just went a little like this.
Hey, what's everybody scared of right now? Commies? Done. AIDS? Done. Black guys? Done. Aliens? That's been done already, Kowalski. God damn it, give me something. Toxic waste? Yeah, let's go with that.
The practical effects still kind of hold up, actually. I mean, this film is a very good case for the use of practical effects versus CGI, but it's not like they had a choice here either. It's the 80s. Everything was practical, but still, watch this movie and you'll see what I mean. Like, the monster looks really, really good, but, you know, that's not saying much. Practical effects always age like wine, honestly. I love how it evolves from what is basically a pile of green goop to an actual scary-ass alien-looking toxic waste creatures, so that's cool. And I also love how, like, you see the progression of this monster, like, towards the end of it, right up until the final showdown in this warehouse between the main character and this toxic green ooze monster. So by 2020 standards, I'm gonna give this film 2 out of 5 booger emojis, because other films since this one have done what this one does better. But as far as 80s cheese is concerned, this is a solid 4 out of 5, and the only point I deduct was because of how horribly mixed and mastered this fucking ear-shattering, drum-rupturing audio is. Seriously, don't watch this shit with headphones or AirPods and none of that. You will blow your fucking ears out. This film is that fucking bad with audio mastering. Anyway, that wraps up Day 23. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, links to Drazy and Spicy Mango Comics down below.